Me and Sam are back for some 5Ds drafting. Each week we'll open 3 of each core 5Ds pack as well as a handful of hidden arsenal packs and add a single card from each to our collections. Then build decks and rev it up. The loser bans 1 card, but the winner takes 1 step closer to 10 wins and becoming 5Ds champion. Join us as we attempt to master synchro summoning and clash in a battle of luck and wits in this series, Yu-Gi-Oh! Generation Draft 5Ds. Right, I'm gonna activate Tiki Curse.
Well, this is annoying. No, I'll let this through.
Okay. Yep, you got it. I got nothing.
Good old Barkion.
You literally set up Shiny Black Sea Barkion, and I'm sat there like, I can't Synchro Summon, and I can't use trap cards, so I guess I just lose. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Generation Draft 5Ds Era. Unfortunately, we are now 0-2 against Sam, which is really not where we want to be. Hopefully, these side sets will help us get something a bit stronger so we can stand up to Sam's crazy amount of removal. So we're opening Turbo Pack Booster 2. We get double, so let's hope we get something good. Pack number 1. Necro Valley is very, very good. We will take that. Magical Stone Excavation is only really useful in like these weird kind of OTK loopy style decks. And Reflect Bounder is a bit too weak in this format. Pack number 2. My Body's a Shield is not going to be super good right now, just because we don't really have a lot of destruction effects. It's mostly like attack halving effects and changing battle positions. So this card isn't going to do a ton now, but it might do a lot later. Pack number 3. Anti-Spell is a very specific floodgate that I don't think is going to be super strong. Mausoleum, again, is reciprocal, and Sam is also on a lot of tribute monsters, so I don't think that's going to be super useful for us. But Gravekeeper's Assailant might do stuff with the Necro Valley later. We'll have to see what happens. Pack number 4. I think here we are going to take Autonomous Action Unit. This is a better card for now. Iron Core is a bit of a weird one where it can kind of enable the Kawaki Meru deck, but that deck is a little bit shaky as well, so ugh. Pack number 5. Commandant is pretty good. We'll take that. If we do manage to find more Necro Valleys, this card will be really, really good. Pack number 6. Reflect Bounder, it's got to be here. These are terrible cards. Pack number 7. Well, there's a Necro Valley. That's really, really good for us. Pack number 8. There's the 3rd Necro Valley. So now we're kind of hoping to get another Commandant or 2. Pack number 9. Well, there's a Commandant. So probably as good as we could hope for. Pack number 10. I think it's got to be the 3rd Commandant. So not the worst opening. This definitely could have been a lot better. There was, I think, Foolish Burial in here, which would have been a really, really strong card to get for later. But we did manage to get 3 Commandant, and we did manage to get 3 Necro Valley, which, if we get access to Recruiter and the other one, which I forget what it's called, could be really, really good. Again, this is probably middle of the road. I think we could have high-rolled a lot better than this, but we will take this. Let's fire on in and open our Hidden Arsenal packs and hope we get something good in there. Alright, let's open our Hidden Arsenal packs and hope we get something good. Pack number 1, Hidden Arsenal 1. Flamvell Guard has stuff it can do. It's a level 1 tuner. It's not awful, but I think it's got to be the Flamvell Guard here. Pack number 5, Gungnir, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. So this needs water monsters to make level 7. Once per turn, you can discard 2 cards to the graveyard to target the same number of cards your opponent controls and destroy them. So really good if we can get a lot of water cards out. The only other option here is probably going to be the Spinos, which is pretty mid. I think it's going to have to be the Gungnir. Pack number 7. Phalanx is pretty good. I think it's probably just Phalanx here, right? I think we need the cards that actually enable this kind of play first, though. So I guess we're going to take Dragoonite Phalanx. Last pack of Hidden Arsenal, we get Dragoonite Primus Pilus. So level 5. When this card is normal special summoned, you can select 1 Green monster you control, equip it with the level 3 Green monster for your deck. Again, it's level 5. I think it's got to be Fabled Shower here. So, not the best Hidden Arsenal packs, but not awful either. We'll have to see what happens in the future weeks, if we can actually make use of any of these. But let's go and open our main sets. Alright, time to open our main sets. We're looking for something good, because our side sets, although not terrible, were not crazy. So, first pack. Not the best first pack, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's just got to be Jute Fighter, you know. Pack number 2. A second Stardust? What do I do with 2 Stardust? Do I do anything with 2 Stardust? Do I even take the second Stardust? Remote Revenge, again, could be good removal, but again, we're not against a lot of actual removal at the moment, so I think I might just take Stardust Dragon. Right, Crossroads of Chaos, Iron Chain Dragon. Again, we're getting all the synchros, but no good main deck cards. This is the problem we're having. I think it's got to be Iron Chain Dragon. Right, Crimson Crisis. Let's see if we get anything good from here. Okay, well there's the ultra rare Red Dragon Archfiend Assault Mode. We do not yet have a Red Dragon Archfiend, which makes this a little bit awkward. Debris Dragon again is really, really cool, but we don't really have anything we can get off this at the moment. I guess we'll take it for now, but we're going to have to really see if we can find cards that can work with this. This needs specifically 500 attack or less monsters. Cannot be used synchro material, and it can't be level 4, which means we have to use this to make level 7s and 6s, I guess, which is a bit awkward. Pack number 2. Grave of the Super Ancient Organism. All level 6 or higher special summon monsters on the field cannot declare attacks or activate their effects. So this is just a really annoying floodgate. Again, it doesn't do a lot for us. I guess we're taking Grave of the Super Ancient Organism. Next up, Gravekeeper's Descendant. With our Gravekeeper pools we just got, we might actually want to take this. It is a rare. Although there is another Widespread Dud, that does make it very easy for Sam to target for a ban. But I think we are going to take the Descendant. Next up, Karakuri Clock. Activate when a face-up defense position Karakuri monster attack target, destroy all face-up monsters. That is really good if we can get some Karakuri cards. I think we would take that. Right, last pack, Extreme Victory. Something good, please. This opening's been a little bit lackluster. We got the Big Bad Mech Lord, level 10. Must be special summoned from your hand by controlling 3 Mech Lord monsters, which we're never going to have. We have Soundproofed, which is main phase 1. And only if you control a face-up synchro monster. Neither player can special summon synchro monsters until your opponent's next end phase. Espergel's pretty good, right? When removed from play, special summoned. Remove from play, top card of your deck. Face down when this card is sent from the field to the graveyard. Add that card to your hand. It is a tuner. I guess we're taking Espergel. Yeah, it's a weird one. We got the second Stardust, which again doesn't do a ton for us since we already have one, and summoning it is actually kind of a problem. Iron Chain is a great generic 6, but how easily can we make them? We got a couple of Blackwings, which is decent. I think the big problem with our pools again is we're still lacking just generic removal that Sam seems to have in spades. So I'm not confident here. This might be an 0-3. So let's go into deck build and see what we can come up with. So this is the deck we're bringing to today's game. This is still kind of just a pile, but we have started moving into kind of a direction. We do have the Reptilian cards being 3 Naga, we have the newly picked up Medusa, we now have 2 copies of Scylla, and we have our 1 support card in Poison, so that's kind of our Reptilian part of the deck. We start collecting some Karakuris in Quick and Nisipachi, which it's only 2, but these cards are pretty good. Oh, and not forgetting Nisamu. But specifically, we do have a really good trap card now in Karakuri Clock, which is Mirror Force if our Karakuri monster is attacked. So it's worth using, I think. We also have this kind of Blackwing engine. So we're starting to collect all these little bits from different decks, and we're kind of slotting them together. Unfortunately, our Spell and Trap lineup didn't really improve much this week. So we're hoping this will be enough. We're not feeling super confident, especially after Sam has just demolished us the last 2 weeks. But let's fire on in and see what Sam's got for us. Well, last time we had, I guess it was a little bit more interesting than the first week, but unfortunately I did still take the L. In this very simplified format, it still very much feels like if you stick big guy and opponent can't out big guy, you win. So trying to build my deck as best I can with the limited resources I've got to try and have outs, but it's not always that easy, unfortunately. Now, I did get some pretty cool cards this week. I think we're, to be fair, at this stage, every week we're both going to be getting something interesting.
Yeah, hopefully.
So, will it be enough to turn the tide? I'm not sure. But even if I do go 0-3, I'm sure that this is I hope I don't go 0-10, right? But
We're a long way. We're a long way from there.
Exactly. So we'll see.
I will say,
yeah.
I feel like in GX especially, I started seeing some strategies starting to form quite early on.
Yeah.
Like, even though it was a mishmash, I was more on the Gladiator Beast side, you were more on the Batterymen side. Like, we still had that, whereas with this, I feel like my deck is just a mishmash of whatever's got the highest attack, or is a tribute monster, like...
Yeah, I think a big difference is that a lot of the archetypes here are not spread out very much. A lot of them are contained to their one set, and where we're only opening 3 and not 4, we're basically getting like 25% or 33%, how you look at it, less than what we were getting, right? So it will mean collecting those specific decks is going to be a little bit more tricky, and will take a little bit more time. But
yeah,
I think having a little bit more variance is still interesting, because it would be a bit boring if we were all just playing like the same stuff again and again and again, right? And this way, we're opening so many different packs that there should be a decent chunk of variance in there.
Yeah.
Alright, shall we... So yeah.
I was going to say, I don't think my deck has got stronger this week. I think it's just got more consistent.
I don't know if that's worse, though.
Yeah, but I don't think it's got stronger.
Okay. I just hope I can out your things and summon Big Thing. That's kind of what I'm going for at the moment. Let's see if that actually happens. Shall we fire on him and see what you've got?
Yes, do it.
What? Ah.
Ooh,
So you've made me go first. I think we're going to fire off Shien Smoke Signal just to get a card to my hand. We'll take Elder. Now, we can't use Elder right now, but we don't want to... we do not want to draw into it. Then we're going to set, and set. We'll pass.
Okay. Ooh.
Now, that was an ooh. Don't know if that was a good ooh or a bad ooh.
Alright, we'll draw Psychic Commander.
Okay.
One of my pulls this week. I like this card.
The Psychic Commander is an interesting one because when it battles, during the damage step, you can beat over anything.
Well, I can make it lose 500.
You can crash with 19s, you can beat 18s. Is it worth trying to burn something on this is the question. I'm going to opt to not.
And just like you, I'll set 3 back row.
Problem is your back row's generally a lot scarier than mine. I guess I've got to try something. So we'll normal summon Sirocco the Dawn.
Sirocco, okay.
We will then go straight to battle. I guess we're just going to try and force something out.
And then we will half counter.
Okay. There's nothing I can really do about that. So... Oh, and that lasts to the end of the turn as well. That's pretty good. I think we will do this. I'm going to activate Nordic Leviathan. And then I think we just have to pass again. It's not bad. It's like Chthonian Blast, but slightly better and slightly worse. But as for right now, it's pretty decent. Obviously, it'd be a lot better if it's just like a Sakuretsu armor, right? That I have to lose something before I can use it. I suppose at the very least we did 2 for 2 there, but I did lose a lot of life points.
I'll summon Shura.
That is an annoying one. Okay, we will activate Tiki Curse here.
Oh, I see. Go on then.
Okay. That went better than expected. We'll take it. That's a tricky one. I think we still have to summon it. So here is Karakuri Ninja MDL 919 Quick. And then Quick has to attack each turn. We'll pass on that. Oh,
Yeah, it's not ideal. It's really not ideal.
you're saying there's a chance. Now, the problem is, what is your defense monster going to be? Is it worth trying to summon something else? Right, we're going to tribute and get out Ambitious Gopher. We're going to activate its effect and target your monster. What is this? Hushed Psychic Cleric. So 2100 but. This card is normal or flip summon, change its defense position. Once per turn, you can send one card from your hand to the graveyard, then target one psychic monster in your graveyard. Banish the target. If this if the field to go, target one banished monster return. Okay, that's pretty cool. Right.
Mainly a 2100 but.
See if we can't get him with Gopher and then pass. Is it Gopher or I don't know if this is meant to be Gopher because it does not look like a Gopher. I'm going to call it Gopher though. It feels like it should be a very strong card in sealed, like especially early sealed.
Yeah.
It didn't do anything the first 2 weeks, but
oh, this is really painful. But
so you've probably got like a half or nothing back there somewhere. How balls deep do we want to try and go here, though? I think we're going to be a bit conservative. We're just going to summon out Bora. We'll go battle. Okay. So the plan is to pop that with something, or pop one of my guys and take the other one with it. We will attack with Bora. Fairy Wind destroys as many face-up spell traps on the field and deals damage, so I can't really do anything about that.
Two for two. But considering my situation, that had to happen like that.
I think we're going to do this. I want to try and put a clock on this.
Okay.
When we're this close. We'll pass.
Okay. Normal summoned Fabled Ashen Veil.
Okay, so once per battle, if this card battles, during damage calculation, you can send one card from your hand to the graveyard to gain 600 attack. Okay, well that does beat my guy.
I think we've not got a plant monster, so that's just doing nothing. I really don't like this position I'm in. But, I mean, I would have been in worse position if I didn't rip a monster that turn, so...
So it's a quick effect, so I have to be able to beat over the 22 at least. That's what I'm learning here. I mean, I could just do that. I think that's the safest thing, but it's also a little bit jank. We could just do that, actually. It depends what your face down is, though. Alright, I think we're just going to go for it. So we're going to summon out Blizzard.
Yeah.
Blizzard effect gets back Bora. Then we're just going to straight go into Brionac.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that.
Oh, finally, Brionac did something!
I was just, every turn, I was like, well, I have one monster I can play. I guess this is all I can do.
Yeah, I mean, again, in this simplified format, a lot of the time, that's what's just happening in all of these games, right? Like, even the game where I beat you last week, it was basically you couldn't just amass anything. And it feels like all the games that you've won, again, I couldn't, like, get... Well, to be fair, I think the first game of last week, I kept managing to do things, and you just said outs to all of it. But a lot of these games is just, oh, one of us gets to play the game while the other one doesn't.
Yes. I'm still gonna go second.
Okay. What do we want to do this?
Not meant to be drawing this card. It's really annoying.
Keep drawing your Garnet. I like it when you draw your Garnet. You don't have to be worried as much. Alright, I think the play is going to be T-set pass.
Okay. Well, check if this is Raiko.
I think we are basically forced to do this. I was hoping you wouldn't summon quite as big a monster. Would like to just keep my guy. But we will take your star monster is gone. How will you beat me without your vampire dragon?
I mean, I don't know. I'm going to win under Crush Card regardless.
Well, I know you've got a 2100 buck coming for me next turn. Chaos Trap Hole stops lights and darks. We've also got Telepathic Power, which is Psychic Control, Destroy Battle, and you get to pop a monster. Jesus. And you've also got the half counter. Oh, your cards are so scary. Like, they're not.
I told you, I got more consistent, but I feel like my deck got weaker.
Yeah, I can understand that. Alright, let's normal summon out Dino. And we'll just get in for 17 here.
Yeah.
Then we'll pass. Alright, Fairy Wind.
They should Brionac me. Can't take them all.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. The problem is, I know you have a 2100 defense monster, and I know that you also have a, when I kill your 2100 defense monster by battle, kill my guy. I don't like that. Problem being, I don't know if there's much I can do about it. I feel like I have to commit a big guy to kill it, and then I have to just accept that my big guy's going to die. And that feels horrid. Guess we're doing this. We'll tribute summon out Fortune Lady Earth.
Okay.
We'll swing. And then we pass. I want Crush Card to do a little bit more. It's only actually hit 2 of your cards.
Well, I think you're standing there.
Alright, we will summon out Jirac Velo.
Yeah.
And we'll just try and get in for 17. And then we'll pass.
Oh. Okay.
So I know what a lot of your... In fact, I should know what all your back row is. One is a half counter, one's Chaos Trap Hole, and one's Fairy Wind. We will normal summon out Reptilian Scylla.
Go on then, you can have it.
Okay. Go battle, and we'll see what this is. I'm assuming... Oh, this can't be killed once per battle.
Yeah.
Just once per turn, or just... Once per turn, yeah.
Once per turn.
Wondering if it was once while face up, 'cause some of the cards do that. We will pass on this. But if you couldn't... Wait, no, you could handle one. But here is a second. Reptilian Scylla.
Yeah, here we go.
Go back row.
Oh, back row as well.
I know that your back row can't deal with it. And you're just going to slightly burn me.
Yeah. Well, the plan is you draw a monster to tribute over with, but... Okay.
It's in the graveyard, fortunately, yeah. Okay. This... a tuner? Ooh, that's a big pull, though. I assume that was this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was also this week.
It's going to be Iron Chain. Oh, Brionac. Okay. That is fine.
I'm playing around that sword. If I've got a swing with Brionac, I guess I've just got to cull the number of monsters.
Yeah, if you kill Bello, I get summoned, so... Okay, so you have half counter. which is an asshole card. Let's just read half counter just to make sure we play around this correctly. During damage calculation, if monster you control is being attacked, target that monster you control. That target gains attack equal to the original attack of the attacking monster. Okay. So we can play around that. The question then becomes, how do we want to play this out? I think I have to go for quantity over quality at the moment. So we'll normal summon Nissipachi, which can change your Brionac to defense mode. Go to battle and attack over it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
In my mind, I was like, Nissipachi, yeah, he changes my guys to defense, so I can trigger my Karakuri effects. Like, no, he can change anything to defense. Like, I could make like a Dark Strike here or something, but I'm like, what does that do? I think I'd just rather have two guys. One floats and one changes to defense when it's attacked.
I mean, I guess I've at least drawn a decent amount of monsters this game, but I don't see the point in carrying that out.
Man,
I drew another half counter. I could never have more than one guy.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly it. You had all of the really good back row in the world, but nothing to use it with. And that's the problem with a lot of your back row, is it's really, really good if you've got like a couple guys on board, because then, you know, I can, my guy gains attack.
The crush card ruined.
Yeah.
The crush card just ruined. Just knowing, even if it hits 0 cards, you just knowing exactly everything I have.
It was the knowledge, 100%. Just being able to play around it and having, like, a lot of the time I feel like, and both of us do this a little bit, we get in our own heads about what we think our opponent's going to have. It's like, well, I have to play around this, I have to play around this, and then you don't commit as much. Like, even in that game 1, I had a blowout turn, and I just summoned the Borer. I was like, I'm not going to just blow my load entirely here, because I don't know what you got. But when I know exactly what we've got, I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a spicy one. But that does mean I actually have a win.
Yeah.
And that does mean that you will get a ban. Obviously, you can think about that for a little bit. But do you want to...
I'm already banning Crush Card.
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't know if you were going to, just because you had one as well.
I took it out. All of the monsters I had, which facilitate it, kind of suck.
See, I think my ones that facilitate are actually kind of good. So, they're like tuners and shit that I'd be running anyway. Alright, let's take a look at what you were working with. So, again, we've got the Fortune Lady. We've got the Archfiend. Is that Mist Archfiend? Is that like, it's a 2400 attack that you can normal summon? Yeah, it just kind of falls over. But again, just a 2400 tribute summon is also just fine. 2 of the... God, what's he called? What's the Blackwing that summons other Blackwings?
Shura, yeah.
Shura, yeah. That one is really, really good. So that's kind of scary. You've got that. And again, the Gale is super scary. It's only a rare, so it's not like super hard to get. But it is very, very powerful. And you've got a Kalute, which is also, again, just a common. So...
Yeah. No, Matt, trust me, I thought I was walking this one away. But I only ever had one monster to choose from at a time. I never was like, do I play this one or this one? I only ever had one. And when you're running 23 monsters, I should have more option.
100%, you definitely should. But sometimes the deck just spits. It's like the last couple of weeks, right? I just didn't see many spell traps. So it was like, I think you even asked me, how many spell traps are you running? And I'm like, got enough, I think. There aren't that many good ones.
So, Sen, if you look at just raw attack power, I've got 2 1800s, 2 1850s, and then I go down to 1600s after those 4.
Here is what I was working with. Trying to work out what in here is new. The Flamvel Guard was new. Brain Golem was new. I think Reptilian Medusa's new. You already saw the Sirocco. We've got some of the Karakuri stuff now. And again, our Blackwing stuff is getting there as well. But although I think Blizzard is really, really good, I think I would still rather have Gale out of the 2.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm finding good-ish monsters. I'm still not finding just the good back row. Like, I'm not saying my back row is terrible. I'm just saying I would like to find some of the, you know, the Spirit Shackles, whatever it's called, the Darkwood Shackles. I'd like to find the half counters. I'd like to find the half or nothings, you know?
Yeah.
Like, there are commons in there somewhere. They could... I'm like... pack opener. I have enough synchro monsters. I don't need any more. Could you please just give me some okay trap cards? That would be lovely. But again, you've already said that you are banning the crush card virus, so that will be gone.
Yeah.
Not be seeing that in the future, which is probably for the best. Again, this is I hesitate to call this a DM staple, but it kind of is, right? It's from the DM era. It is a staple. It's just it never saw a ton of play because of how scarce it was.
Well, it was also banned really quickly. When it was unbanned, that was during Dad era as well.
I don't, because this was originally a Shonen Jump prize card, which meant it was crazy expensive to get the hands on it. I remember whenever we saw one IRL, we were like, damn.
It got reprinted, I think, Gold Series 1?
Yes, I think you're right. And then, was that when it became widely available? And then it was still not banned for a little bit?
Yeah.
Again, that was the Dad format, wasn't it?
Just crush carding a Sangan basically meant you won the game.
Well, that was an interesting one, and hopefully we'll see a better one next week. So thanks for the game, buddy, and GG.
Yeah. GG.